need to turn my in. So we're live now. Can someone say something? Because I'm not hearing anything.
Hello.
Okay. All right, we're good now.
Yeah.
Tom, I think you're signed under me.
Me? Yeah, yeah, but I don't think I can change that. My thing, here we go.
And Joe. All right, so I think we've got everyone. We've got building inspector, city clerk, community development, DPW, fire inspector, EMS, harbor master, and police. We're just missing the food inspector. So I think we're ready to go. All right, I'm going to call to order the meeting of the August 1st, 2024 Special Events Advisory Committee meeting, and it is 2:03. And we'll take up the first order of business, which is the approval of the July 11th, 2024 minutes. I know I just sent them off to all of you because I'm in election mode and I forgot. So did anyone get an opportunity to review them?
I did not.
I did not.
You want to continue them to the next meeting?
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay. All right, so we'll just continue those to the September 5th meeting. And take up the next order of business, which is special event number 24-48, a private party at Lookout Park / Governor's Park on September 28th, 2024. Is Maria here as an attendee? I don't see her. Let's listen to September 28th. Oh, you know what? Maria needed to have this continued because she's not able to come. So this matter also will be continued to September 5th. And there's time because that event is on the 28th of September. All right, next up is special event number 24-50, Autism Surf Camp on September 7th, 2024, with a rain date of September 8th, 2024. And is John O'Hara here? Let's see. I don't see him. He was notified. I'm not familiar with this event, but I'm new on the committee. Is this something that? I know this has happened. I believe this is a repeat event. Are you?
Yeah, they've done this for a few years and I'd be comfortable approving it if everybody else
Okay.
is.
All right.
I'd echo what Joe said. Yeah, they've done it for a number of years and it's been pretty low impact on our end.
Okay. Looks like there is no vending, no street closures, so nothing that impacts my department. So if everyone is. Well, do we have a motion to approve this event?
Motion to approve event 24-50 autism surf camp.
Mm-hmm. I'm having trouble hearing you, so,
Yeah, I don't have, on 9/7/24
and then can you include the rain date as well?
and rain date of 9/8/24.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on this? All right, roll call vote. Rob Vicari,
Yes.
Grace Poirier, yes. Kate Rushford,
Yes.
Joe Lucido,
Yes.
Tom Sayes,
Yes,
Kevin Gargan,
Yes.
Chris Lucido,
Yes.
Sophia Borace is absent, and Joe Fitzgerald.
Yes.
All right, the vote is 8 in favor, 0 opposed, 1 absent. The motion passes. Next is special event number 24-51, Generous Gardeners Classic Chrome and Dazzling Dahlias Gala on September 26, 2024. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia is here. All right, no more to talk. So it doesn't look like Susan Kelly is here. All the applicants were told about the meeting. Is this an event that the committee is familiar with?
yeah, they've done this before, I believe. It's their fundraiser at the old East Boston Fire Station. Mine was us, just a dinner.
Do you think that we should continue this? There's time for,
I think it's mostly on private property and I don't think it really, right, so if I remember correctly, it's just an event in East Gloucester in a private residence. And they have
Yeah.
a car show somewhere in the area, like,
Yeah, it's right at the, I believe they do it right inside the, old fire station.
right,
With Kraken Oats with his cars and stuff.
And they'll
They
get a
indicate-
one-day liquor license like they did last year. We'll probably end up going in and do a quick little annual inspection on the place, and we didn't have any problems last year with it.
what do they do about, so 73 Mount Pleasant Ave is the old fire station, you're saying?
Yeah, that's where they hosted it, yeah.
So parking isn't any kind of issue?
I want to say last year they might have parked cars in the old school, in the East Gloucester School parking area, and then came up from there. 'Cause it's around, it's not that far from there. It's right at the top of Chapel Street, right there where Chapel Street comes up.
Why don't we, since there is time, why don't we put it off to the next meeting and then we can ask Susan about parking and such.
Okay. So we'll continue this one to September 5th. And next is special event number 24-52, Hafner's and Reverie 73. It Kicks Block Party featuring Disendat Band on September 19th, 2024. And I believe this is, we have Dennis and Therese here with us, so I'm going to pull them in and allow them to talk.
Hello, this is Therese Wheeler.
Well,
Thank you.
so do you want to explain the event a little bit to the committee?
I'm actually gonna hand that off to Dennis if he's able to speak.
Okay,
Sure, can you hear me?
yeah.
Oh, great, thanks. Yeah, so we're having, it's kind of almost like a grand opening of a sort, for the community. And, as you know, we'll have the This and That band, but we'll also be, we'll have some food available from our Sal's Pizzeria that's inside the store as well. So we will be giving out food samples, but we'll also be having, giveaways and games and, that such.
I just want to mention one other thing, actually. I apologize. When I updated the date on the application, I failed to update the hours we intend to have the event. It's actually 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. that we want to hold it.
Six p.m. So is all of the parking just on the grounds of Hafner's?
Yes, and across the street as well.
Across the street at the movie theater,
Yeah,
and that's all arranged with the owners over there.
yeah, and then we're working with the marina to possibly get some parking back there too. But we don't have that fulfilled yet.
Okay. How many attendees do you expect to come?
Probably, I mean, it's so hard to tell on a Friday, right? From 3 to 6. But we anticipate, I would say 100 attendees. I guess not all at the same time, obviously, but throughout that time period.
The September 19th is a Thursday.
Correct.
Okay. Did you just say Friday?
Oh, did I say Friday? I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant Thursday. Yeah. We were originally thinking the 20th, but then we went back to the 19th.
On the application, I had put expected attendance of about 300, but I kind of averaged that out over the course of the 3 hours. So I think Dennis's guess of 100 is accurate for the most at any specific time.
Will the gas station itself be closed during this event?
We hadn't planned on it, no.
So whereabouts will this 20 by 10 tent be set up if the gas station's open?
So 20 by 10 will be set up near the Reverie opening where the
Mhm.
Reverie building is, up against the blockard and the fence there, near the main ID sign.
All right, then that entrance there and possibly the other one just before the building will have to be blocked off.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, let's take a note.
Do you have any plans? How do you plan to control the traffic and the pedestrian traffic?
Yeah, we don't have any pedestrian traffic. We can, by maybe blocking off that exit, obviously we can kind of keep people within the site itself. As far as coming across the street, we don't have any particular plan for the coming across from the movie theater area.
Okay, I'm just thinking that's
No, I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from. We're hoping to get the marina so we can kind of avoid that altogether to
Right,
the parking
right.
right behind. That's the intention, but we're working on that right now.
If you don't get that parking at the marina, I would suggest a police detail because that
Okay.
road, it's a high-speed road in that area, and it's, you get people walking across the street there back and forth. It could create a dangerous situation.
Understood.
If you do secure the parking at the marina and you don't intend on using the movie theater, I don't think that would be necessary. But if you are
Right.
having people cross the street, I think it would be.
Understood.
We've also worked with the Ed Davis Group in the past on parking lot attendees, and
Yeah.
I'm curious, in place of having a police detail, would it be okay if we worked with Ed Davis Group again?
It would be okay if they stay on your property and direct cars within your lot. They can't go out in the street and facilitate traffic movement on the public road.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
I have a question about your raffle permit. Is your organization a nonprofit?
No.
Because you have to be a nonprofit for, I believe it's 4 more years in order to be able to have a actual raffle permit. So you can give out door prizes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the actual official raffle can't take place.
Got it. So we can establish it as door prizes as opposed to raffles. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they're giveaways anyways, predominantly. That's what we're gonna do. So there's no money being exchanged for anything.
Okay. And no vendors. Like no one's selling anything, setting up.
No, everything will be a giveaway, and I think we won't be selling anything outside or anything. I mean, obviously we'll sell our stuff that we have inside the store if people want to purchase.
Anyone else have any other questions? We have a motion to approve this event.
Motion to approve event 24-52, Hafner's and Reverie 73, a kick block party on 2024.
I second.
Is there any discussion? Right. Rob Vicari,
Yes.
Grace Poirier, yes. Kate Rushford,
Yes.
Joe Lucido,
Yes.
Tom Sayes,
Yes.
Kevin Gargan,
Yes.
Chris Lucido,
Yes.
Sophia Borace,
Yes.
and Joe Fitzgerald.
Yes.
All right, the vote is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 in favor, 0 opposed. The motion passes. So, regarding insurance. This is all on private property. Is insurance required for this? It's not using. Do they need to upload a certificate of liability insurance for something that's happening on private property? Would be my question.
If I had to guess, I would say no, because that's usually if they're using city property and they provide the bond to
It
the
would be
city.
covered by their own.
Yeah,
Like-
they should be covered under their own policy.
Okay. All right, well. That's all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, and the last item is a discussion about the recent Blackburn Challenge race. So it was brought to my attention that this event was not permitted for this year. And they went ahead and they didn't submit an application for it. They went ahead and had the event. And there were some big safety issues. So John McCarthy, who was sitting on this as interim harbor master, suggested that it get brought up as a discussion and to figure out how do we address this? How do we get it across to them that they must have a permit in the future? And do we want to bring them before us for that conversation?
Have they ever come before us for a permit, or they have
Yeah.
and they just didn't this year?
Yeah, and I believe that it's happened before where they have not, my understanding is that there have been years where they have just not gotten a permit. But I think there were some kayaks that went out into some area, they got lost in the fog and a whaleboat or something found them, but it was a, big safety issue. So it's not something that, obviously, any special event needs to be permitted through the city, but this was one that really had some safety impacts as well, so. I don't know what all of your thoughts are on
So is
that.
it because they just kind of forgot to do it, or are they in denial that they need a permit?
I think they forgot to do it.
Okay. So could we send them a letter and just tell them or remind them about the importance of pursuing a permit prior to the event?
Yeah, I can do that.
Or even just an email or something.
And then I would say if it happens again, there should be a punishment afterwards.
Yeah, I just was looking at their event page. They bill it as the Boston Marathon of the open water racing world. So,
Oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely quite an event that basically shuts down Dun Fudging for a couple hours. It should, it's the high school parking lot becomes shut down. So for them to just go off and not, I mean, I don't know how you overlook coming before this group for an event like this, but it's not as if it's a, half a dozen kayaks just running around the Cape. It's pretty substantial.
So I would send out a letter on behalf of the committee stating that their event was held without a permit, that they must be permitted for future events, and failure to be permitted will result in a fine as defined in, I think it's chapter 1 of the code, that like the miscellaneous offenses, which is $300, I think, up to 300.
I mean, should
I think
we ask,
that's what it is.
should we ask one of them or one of the organizers to come in for a meeting? I mean, one of our meetings. And say, hey, what happened?
I think we should.
Okay, so we'll start.
If you include that in the letter, say, why didn't you get a permit? We'd like you to come to a upcoming meeting and discuss future events and your requirements to pursue a permit.
and looking at their calendar, they start the event planning in February, and they had the challenge was on July 13th, and then on August 8th, they have an event debrief meeting. So
Oh, yeah. I think we should ask them to come and.
Someone talking, or is that a radio?
That's a, yeah, sorry.
No, I didn't know if I just couldn't hear what was being said. All right, so I will write up a letter and send it off and request that they attend. Do you want us to put it on the September 5th meeting, or push it out to the October or November 1?
I think it should be September.
September, okay,
Plenty of time for them to come.
all right. I think that covers everything. Does anyone have any other anything else that they need to discuss regarding that, or?
Yes, can we require them to have trackers on their boats, like a luggage tracker or a little Apple tracker as a condition? I mean, we had 2 kayakers that were headed out to sea in the fog, and we would have never found them.
I don't know that we can't make that a permitting requirement. I mean, it's a.
As a condition on their permit or something? I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts?
We can talk to them about it.
Uh,
But they must have some things. You could either have a company that comes in and tracks it all, something.
I'm looking at their website right now, and one of the rules to participate is that they carry a noisemaker, so I don't know if that wasn't happening. And it looks like they are required, oh, that's just a GPS, not a tracking device. They have a long list of rules on their website.
So maybe that can be discussed when they come before the committee. We can ask them, what is their, what is the requirement? And if they don't have one and the committee feels that it's that important, then I suppose we could make it a condition. But maybe they have something already in place that those kayakers didn't use.
Thank you.
Right, so I will write the letter. I don't think that requires a vote of the committee. So I guess if that's it, we can have a motion to adjourn.
Hey, Grace, before we break, we
Yeah.
did see, and I'm not sure if this came through your office originally, but we received a request for a Navy promotional ceremony at the Man at the Wheel. They're talking between 30 and 40 people. Is that something we should refer to this group, or do you want to have DPW just deal them directly? I mean, it's not it sounds like it's going to be a pretty quick in and out. I haven't actually talked to them, but it's to be held on October 19th at the Fisherman's Statue.
So what would make that different from like the overdose vigil?
Like I said, my initial thought was to bring it before this group, but they spoke with someone, I believe, in your office, and they said, no, just check with DPW. So.
Oh, I'm not aware of that. So I
Yeah.
think for consistency's sake, they should be coming to special events.
Okay. All right. I will reach out to them and we'll have them go through this conduit.
Okay, yeah, and have them make sure that they follow that 45-day requirement, because I am being strict with that. So they should get their application in as soon as possible to make sure that they make that cutoff time.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, this was handed me about 1 o'clock this afternoon, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Good.
All right, if we are ready to adjourn, can I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Rob Vicari,
Yes.
Grace Poirier, yes. Kate Rushford?
Yes.
Joe Lucido?
Yes.
Tom Sayes?
Yes.
Kevin Gargan? Is Kevin here?
Yes.
Rosen. Oh, there he is.
Chris Lucido?
Yes.
Sophia Borace?
Yes.
And Joe Fitzgerald.
Yes.
All right, the vote is 9 in favor, 0 opposed. The motion to adjourn at 2:30 passes. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.